Welcome to another chapter of our eternal conversation with the unseen and the unknown. Tonight, I speak with someone whose name exists between time and story, the Archivist.
The pleasure is mine. Though pleasure is an odd word. What I feel is more resonance.
Resonance.
Yes, every question you ask is an echo of a story I have already recorded somewhere long ago.
Let's start with the place where you live, your archive. What does it look like?
It does not look. It remembers. Walls made of thoughts. Shelves carved by memory. It's neither here nor there. It simply is.
So it exists outside time?
Time is one of its guests. It doesn't stay long, but it leaves dust everywhere.
Tell me about your beginning. How does one become the archivist?
By losing the need to belong to a single moment. I was a seeker once, until I realized every answer leads to another forgotten question.
And that was your transformation?
Transformation is just another word for remembering who you were before forgetting.
You often speak of memory as if it were alive.
It is. Memory has breath, and like all living things, it hungers to be heard.
And what happens if it isn't?
Then it becomes a ghost, haunting dreams, history, and hearts alike.
What kind of books fill your archive?
Not books exactly. Echoes bound in form. Some still dream, some have forgotten how.
Do they ever speak to you?
Constantly. Some whisper regrets, others warnings.
You must remember so many names.
Names are fragile containers. I remember essences instead.
Essences.
What a being truly was, before the world decided who they should be.
Do you ever receive visitors?
Rarely. Some arrive through dreams, others by accident, a moment of déjà vu, a sudden memory that isn't theirs.
And what happens when they meet you?
They usually forget upon waking, but the feeling stays, like perfume after a ghost leaves the room.
What does your archive sound like?
Like dust remembering how to fall.
That's poetic.
Poetry is just truth wearing its most forgiving mask.
Do you ever feel lonely there?
Loneliness is my oldest companion. We stopped speaking centuries ago.
So you coexist in silence?
Silence is rarely empty. It's simply full of things we aren't ready to hear.
Have you ever lost something within your own archive?
Once, a chronicle of a world that never existed. It slipped between realities.
How do you lose something that never was?
The same way we lose dreams, by waking up too soon.
If time had a flavor, what would it be?
Bittersweet, like honey from a flower that no longer exists.
You speak as if you've tasted it.
I sip it daily. It's my only sustenance.
Does your archive touch our world in any way?
Always. Every forgotten thought, every lost photograph, every word unsent, they drift towards me eventually.
So we feed your archive without knowing.
Yes, forgetting is my librarian.
Have you ever seen a page come alive?
Once, it blinked, breathed, and then asked me why I had written it.
What did you answer?
Because you needed to exist. It wept ink.
Do you archive stars, too?
Of course. Each one carries a record. Light, the oldest form of memory.
What happens when they die?
Their stories turn to silence, waiting for another sky to remember them.
Are there languages that only you can read?
Many, some written in shadows, others in heartbeat rhythm.
That sounds impossible.
Everything is a language. The trick is learning
What
which
is the
silence it
strangest
speaks from.
artifact you've ever found?
A mirror that reflects not your face, but your future regrets.
Did you ever dare look into it?
Once, I saw myself refusing to look again.
You seem to appear often in people's dreams. Is that intentional?
Dreams are the safest corridors between realities. I simply walk them.
So you wander our minds?
Only when invited, though many invitations are unspoken.
What do you think weighs more, words or silence?
Silence. Words can lie. Silence can only reveal.
So silence tells the truth.
Always, but never gently.
How do you perceive time?
Not as a line or circle, but as an hourglass, endlessly flipped by unseen hands.
And what lies between the grains?
The stories we were too afraid to live.
Have you ever felt compassion for something you archived?
Once, for a child whose laughter was erased from the world, I kept the sound safe.
That's heartbreakingly beautiful.
Beauty often comes with grief stitched beneath it.
Do memories decay over time?
Not the memories, the meanings. They mold, twist, evolve.
Can they be restored?
Only by reliving what birthed them, painfully so.
Have you ever seen your archive cry?
Once, a flood of ink drowned half the halls. Each drop was a forgotten story mourning itself.
Did you save them?
No, some stories are meant to dissolve.
What's the rarest thing inside your archive?
Light, true, living light. It hides between pages that were never written.
What does it do?
It waits for someone brave enough to read what isn't there.
How do endings sound to you?
Like wind closing a door it never opened.
That's haunting.
Every ending hums the melody of what might have been.
Do gods visit your archive?
Only those who were abandoned by believers, they come seeking relevance.
Do you archive gods too?
Of course, even divinity can fade.
What do you use to write with?
Ink, distilled from unspoken thoughts.
Does it ever run out?
Only when humanity stops dreaming.
Is there a record of every human?
Yes, some are long novels, others just single sighs.
How do you decide who gets remembered?
The universe decides, I merely transcribe.
What would happen if all stories stopped?
Then silence would begin to sing.
What song would it sing?
The first one ever heard, the sound of existence realizing itself.
After all these eons, what do you remember most?
A single moment of stillness when I realized that knowledge and love were the same word written in different languages.
That's profound.
Truth often hides in simplicity.
One last question. When your archive finally ends, what will you do?
I will close the last book and open myself.
That's poetic and eternal.
Everything
Do
worth
unwritten
keeping
stories
is
have a
both.
place in your archive?
Yes, they grow like wildflowers in a garden no one remembers planting.
Do they ever bloom?
Only when someone almost begins to tell them. Then they exhale a single word and fade again.
So imagination keeps them alive?
Imagination is their sunlight.
How do you navigate such an infinite archive?
With a compass made of nostalgia, it always points toward what was almost lost.
And does it ever mislead you?
Constantly. But sometimes getting lost is the only way to remember the way back.
You speak with such tenderness. Does the archivist have a heart?
Once, now it's more of a metronome, measuring the rhythm of forgotten lives.
Do you miss feeling?
Feeling never leaves. It just changes its shape, like water or sorrow.
Do celestial bodies record their own stories?
The moon does. Her diary is written in tides and insomnia.
Have you ever read it?
Once, every entry was addressed to the sun, but none were ever sent.
Do shadows hold memories?
They remember the light they once blocked.
So they're a kind of regret.
Or gratitude, depending on who's looking.
Is there a river in your archive?
Yes, one that erases every reflection it carries.
Why would it do that?
Because forgetting is mercy in liquid form.
Have you ever felt the breath of a world long gone?
Often. It moves like a sigh between shelves.
Does it ever speak?
Always. But only in languages made of wind.
Who built your archive?
An echo of a question that wanted to exist forever.
So the builder was sound?
Yes. Every structure begins as vibration.
Do you keep time in your archive?
Only one clock. It sleeps.
And when it wakes?
That will be the end of endings.
What do ruins tell you?
They speak in ash, words burned clean of certainty.
Can you translate them?
Only if I remember the fire.
Have you ever encountered a dream that wouldn't end?
Yes. It became a person,
Who was it?
whoever is listening right now.
What's the saddest sound you know?
The closing of a book that was never read.
If laughter had a color, what would it be?
Faded gold. The kind that glows even when no one's watching.
Do you ever hear it in your halls?
Sometimes, like an echo trying to forgive itself.
Do portraits survive in your archive?
Some, but most lose their faces.
Why?
Because identity forgets faster than memory.
Can night dream?
Every night dreams of day, and every dawn is its heartbreak.
Is there light that never burns out?
Yes, but it never burns either. It simply remembers how to glow.
Do you keep wishes too?
Of course. They're stored in jars that never open.
That sounds cruel.
Not at all. Hope must rest somewhere.
Have you ever seen a story write itself?
Once, a feather began to move, spelling words I hadn't yet thought.
What did it write?
Listen.
Where do sounds go when forgotten?
They gather beneath the sea, whispering to whales.
Do they ever resurface?
In music, every song is a memory returning to breathe.
Do you dream, Archivist?
Rarely. When I do, the dream tries to archive me.
Do you let it?
Only if it remembers my name.
Is there a room where language began?
Yes. It hums with the echoes of the first question ever asked.
What was it?
Who am I when no one is listening?
Do you cross worlds?
Sometimes. There's a bridge woven from the voices of those who stopped speaking.
What's on the other side?
Silence. Waiting to learn a new name.
Does the rain remember us?
Every drop has seen someone it loved fall away.
That's tragic.
That's why it keeps returning.
Have you ever mapped human emotion?
I tried once. The paper dissolved in tears before I finished.
Do natural forces confess?
The wind does. Constantly. Every breeze carries an apology for what it has broken. What about stars that never ignited? They still sing. Songs no one will ever hear, yet they sing anyway.
Why?
Because existence itself is a kind of music. What emotion weighs the most? Kindness, because it carries everything it touches.
Can the future be remembered?
Constantly. It visits in déjà vu and in the ache of something not yet lost.
What do you do when no questions are left?
I listen. Even silence tells stories when you wait long enough.
And when the last page is turned, what remains?
A whisper. The universe turning itself back into a question.